Please remain standing and join Professor Reinhold Schuster in the singing of O Canada.
Please sit down, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 100th Convocation of the University of Waterloo. This is the 100th Convocation of the University. As I was thinking of you graduates, you're going to be graduating and you're going to get jobs, and over time, all of you at one time or another will become bosses. You'll become the head of a department, you'll become the head of a company, or you'll become like all of these people here. And it reminded me about the story of a young man who was trying to buy a parrot. Went to a pet store, and there were 3 parrots. And he said to the owner, "What do they cost?" He says, "The one on the left goes for $500. He says, "Why $500? He says, "Well, the parrot walks and talks, but it also can run a computer." He says, "Okay, how about the one in the middle?" "One in the middle will cost $1,000. He says, "Why $1,000? Well, he says, "The second parrot can do what the first parrot can do, but it also can design a computer. Can also design the computer." He says, "Okay, that's interesting. How about the third one?" Well, he says, "The third one will cost $2,000. This guy is shocked. He says, $2,000? Why $2,000? He says, "To be honest with you, I don't really know what that third parrot does, but the other 2 call him boss." we have some here on the dais, David. But so take your time before you become bosses. So welcome again. This is a lovely, lovely day, beautiful day outside, nice day inside, and it's a celebration, of course, of our convocation. So here at Waterloo, each convocation is a celebration of the achievements of our graduates. And this afternoon, we celebrate with those graduates in the Faculty of Engineering. On behalf of the Board of Governors and the Senate of the University, I'd like to express congratulations and best wishes to all who will graduate this afternoon. Please savor every minute of today's ceremony and the celebrations that will follow within your family and friends. Today is a rite of passage, a passage to an exciting future where you can apply knowledge, share your expertise, or continue learning. I also welcome the families and guests of the graduating students. Your presence today is a tangible demonstration of your support and commitment to the success of the graduates. We will begin with the conferring of honorary degrees and titles on individuals who've distinguished themselves in the academy. We will then confer bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. Finally, medals will be awarded to graduating students who have excelled in their studies. The proceedings will take less than 2 hours, and we ask that you remain in your places until the convocation is adjourned and the academic procession has left the convocation hall. The ceremony blends certain age-old university rites and protocols with the spirit of informality, which characterizes Waterloo. We trust that it will be an occasion to enjoy and an occasion to remember. Now, I offer you my congratulations, graduates, as you move on from Waterloo. And I challenge you to take risks, be unconventional, but do not forget that honesty, integrity, strength of character should be the driving force in all that you do. As an aside, when I was your age, I was introduced to a book by Napoleon Hill. The author of the book was Napoleon Hill, and the name of the book was Think and Grow Rich, a wonderful book that studied success stories of businessmen, doctors, politicians, scientists, all sorts of people. The book analyzed the principles behind their success and explained it in very simple terms, concluding finally with this line: what the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve. What the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve. So one day, when finally you've made your mark in the world, make sure that you give back to others less fortunate. After all, every one of us has benefited from the wisdom, advice, and generosity of others that have helped and shaped our careers. Let me close with a Chinese proverb. The Chinese proverb goes something like this: if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. But if you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody. So, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to this convocation, and the convocation now will begin. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Robert McPhee. Dr. Robert McPhee is a prolific scholar with a distinguished record of academic service. Dr. McPhee holds a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from the University of Toronto and master's and doctoral degrees in electrical engineering from University of Illinois. His first appointment as a University of Waterloo faculty member dates back to 1963, when he joined what is now the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, where he served until his retirement in 1996. Dr. McPhee's contributions to the department have been significant. He played a vital role in the development of both undergraduate and graduate laboratories, which were crucial in achieving the high academic profile the department currently enjoys. Dr. McPhee continues to remain active in the department, conducting research and supervising graduate students. Highly respected by the international engineering and scientific communities, Dr. McPhee has published nearly 90 refereed journal articles in the area of antenna and propagation, which have garnered more than 700 citations. In recognition of his work, Dr. McPhee has been elected a Fellow of Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his respected scholarship and diligent service to the University of Waterloo, I request that you bestow the title Distinguished Professor Emeritus upon Robert McPhee.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Jan Carr. Dr. Jan Carr is a leader in Ontario's power industry. He holds a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from the University of Toronto and master's and doctoral degrees in electrical engineering from the University of Waterloo. In 2005, Dr. Carr was appointed the first Chief Executive Officer and Director of the new Ontario Power Authority. He held these positions until 2008. He had joined the Ontario Power Authority from his position as Vice Chair of the Ontario Energy Board. A professional engineer with more than 30 years' experience in the electricity sector, Dr. Carr most recently has been involved in various facets of restructuring the electricity industry, including strategic business planning, mergers and acquisitions, market surveillance, and policy development. Dr. Carr has served on the boards of directors of many government and investor-owned companies and industry associations. He was a member of the MacDonald Committee that laid the groundwork for restructuring the electricity system in Ontario. Dr. Carr has been an advisor to the government, utilities, and other stakeholder organizations on electricity restructuring strategies. He has worked on electricity projects in many parts of the world, including Asia, Africa, and the Caribbean. The author of more than 80 technical papers and articles in both electronic and print media, Dr. Carr frequently speaks at conferences as an electricity expert. In 2007, Dr. Carr was recognized by the Ontario Society of Professional Engineers as a medalist in its management category. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his credibility, integrity, and passion in shaping public policy, and his substantial accomplishments as a senior executive, public servant, and engineer in the critical and complex power industry sector, I request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Engineering honoris causa upon Jan Carr.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Vijay Singh. Dr. Vijay Singh is a leading academic in the field of water engineering. He holds a Bachelor's of Science and Engineering from UP Agricultural University in India, a Master's of Science and Engineering from the University of Guelph, a PhD in Civil Engineering from Colorado State University, and a DSc in Water Resources Engineering from the University of the Witwatersrand in South Africa. Dr. Singh is the Caroline and William N. Lair Distinguished Chair in Water Engineering at Texas A&M University. He has achieved international stature through his academic accomplishments in teaching, research, and program development. His career has been devoted to developing a multidisciplinary framework to address water resources issues using a systems approach. Dr. Singh is a prolific researcher with nearly 1,000 scholarly publications, including 15 books spanning basic hydraulics to ecosystems management, and he shares his expertise with academics and the professional community at large. A driving force in the American Institute of Hydrology, almost since its inception, Dr. Singh has organized numerous international conferences and is a current editor-in-chief of Journal of Hydrologic Engineering and Water Science and Engineering. He has also served on panels for the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, EPA, and NAFTA, amongst others. A highly acclaimed academic, Dr. Singh has received more than 50 awards, including an honorary PhD from the University of Basilicata, Italy. He is a fellow of the American Society of Civil Engineers, the American Water Resources Association, and several other professional associations, and is also a fellow of 10 academies of sciences or engineering, including Polish, Czech, Russian, Portuguese, Mexican, Indian, and Georgian. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his international stature and his outstanding accomplishments in teaching, research, and program development, I request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Engineering honoris causa upon Vijay Singh. I now invite Dr. Singh to address Convocation.
Thank you very much, Professor Keith Heifel, Chancellor Worth, President Johnston, Registrar Levine, Dean of Engineering Professor Sedra, Professor Keith Heifel, faculty, graduates and their families and loved ones, friends and ladies and gentlemen. I am deeply humbled and honored to have an opportunity to speak to the graduating class of 2010. First, I would like to congratulate the graduates for successfully completing their degrees and receiving their well-deserved diplomas today this afternoon. Graduating from a university is one of the happiest moments in one's life. It must be even more so for you because you are graduating from one of the finest universities in Canada as well as in the world. You are truly blessed to have had the privilege of receiving your education here and must feel proud to become Waterloo's alumni. I certainly feel so. For me, today is a special moment. My first voyage outside of my home country, India, was to Canada. I started my graduate education at a university not far from here. My stay of little less than 2 years left an indelible impression on me and shaped who I am today. I remember during my first week on campus, a few of my classmates asked if I wanted to join them for a seminar in downtown. Curious as I was, as a newcomer to this country, I gathered my books and excitedly made my way over, especially as a newcomer, just to learn that seminar was code for Friday night get-togethers. The so-called seminars helped form lifelong friendships during those 2 years, and this country became like my second home. Unquestionably, those were among the happiest years of my life. After graduation, some of you will be pursuing graduate school, some entering the workforce, some volunteering to work abroad to help others, and some may even be venturing into establishing your own businesses. The best advice I can offer is to do what you love and do it with passion. I'm confident you will then be successful in whatever career you choose, since you will have two ingredients for success: love and passion. As you leave here, always keep in mind your alma mater and the important role it has played in shaping who you are. The knowledge you have gained, the skills you have developed, and the friendships you have formed are the lifetime treasures that the university has bestowed upon you. For the University of Waterloo, you will always be one of their students, regardless of how high you rise in life. As you progress in your careers, do not forget to do your share to ensure that the University of Waterloo remains as vibrant and competitive for the next generation and the generations to follow. Always remember that the knowledge you have gained at Waterloo is not only for your personal development and advancement, but also for helping and serving others. So share your knowledge generously, and by so doing, not only will you be helping others, but you will also be helping yourself. Knowledge is an incredible wealth with unique characteristics, for it cannot be stolen or taken away by force, it cannot be divided, and the more you share it, the more it grows. There is nothing more pious on earth than knowledge. When you get settled in life, help and serve those who are less fortunate. It is through service that you gain respect in life. Is it any surprise why we respect our parents and teachers? For they served us selflessly when we needed them the most. Mother Teresa, Dr. Martin Luther King, and Mahatma Gandhi are a few of the most respected individuals. Respected because of their service to others. An ancient Indian scholar, Patanjali, once wrote, and I quote, "When you work only for yourself or for your own personal gain, your mind will seldom rise above the limitations of an undeveloped personal life. But when you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all your thoughts will break your bonds. Your mind transcends limitations, your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new, great, and wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents become alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be," unquote. So as you live your life, be cognizant of two things. First, family, faith, and friends are the only things that matter. Second, help protect, conserve, and manage natural resources wisely. Water, air, and land are God's gifts. It is therefore our sacred duty to leave them in as good a shape, if not better, as we got them in. We owe at least this much to our future generations. As a water engineer, I would be remiss if I did not talk about water that is critical for the economic, health, and social well-being of a society. Access to clean drinking water, disposal of water, and management of water resources are going to be global challenges in the very near future. At the present time, the world water supplies are dwindling, and water quality and quantity pressures are rising. The need to work on water at the most basic level, as well as on a global level, is very pressing indeed. I hope as you become the leaders of the world of tomorrow, you will be good stewards of water and other natural resources. In closing, I would like to congratulate the graduating class once again and wish you a most exciting and prosperous future. I also wish to expend my profound gratitude to the University of Waterloo for bestowing upon me this very great honor. Good luck and best wishes, and God bless you.
Dr. Singh, on behalf of the members of the graduating class, I thank you very much for your wonderful words of wisdom and sharing your thoughts with us this afternoon. Dr. McPhee, thank you very much for your numerous contributions to the field of electrical engineering and to the University of Waterloo. Finally, Drs. Carr and Singh, on behalf of tens of thousands of proud members, I'm delighted to welcome you to the group of University of Waterloo's distinguished alumni. Welcome. Graduates, your moment has arrived. You worked very hard for this moment. You spent many, many hours, days, years to get here, and you're here finally. May I please ask you to rise? Mr. Chancellor, I present those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to invite Gajan Satananthan to come forward and deliver the valedictory address.
Mr. Chancellor, President Johnston, distinguished guests, faculty, friends, family, and loved ones. Before I begin my speech, on behalf of all the graduating students, I want to extend my gratitude to all of you for being here today and so many days leading up to this one. I know that not one of us here could have made to this point without your help, especially to the faculty, friends, family, and loved ones in the audience that have been with us through this amazing journey. Honestly, there have been so many days when getting to this point seemed near impossible, and it was your guidance and words of encouragement that helped push us here. So again, on behalf of all the graduating students here, thank you. To my fellow graduates, congratulations. We've made it through what were probably the hardest years of our life thus far. Through years of toiling in dark, windowless labs, days spent cramming for exams, and entire nights spent working on projects that we really should have been working on the entire term. The stress of all this has taken its toll at times. For some of us, it was displayed through exuberant amounts of facial hair, like our infamous exam beards. For others, well, let's just say exuberant amounts of hair in general wasn't really an issue I had to deal with. But overall, we've learned so much from this experience. And in our time here, we've become more dynamic, more innovative, more resilient, and more knowledgeable than I think any of us could have ever imagined. And I have no doubt that every single one of us here deserves this ring on our pinky and that piece of paper we're walking out of here with today. So what's next? That's a question I was struggling with for a while, and I'm sure many of you are as well. For me, the answer came about 8 months ago. Engineers Without Borders was running a campaign called ESTW, Engineers Serve the World. To help launch it, they asked me to go around and get people's opinions on what they believed engineers did. So I took out the old video camera and I started walking around our hallways, asking engineering students what they thought engineers are. I got a huge variety of different answers. Everything from problem solvers, applied scientists, and critical thinkers to, and I quote, people who work hard, play hard, and are typically awesome. Modesty, unsurprisingly, never really came up as an attribute we gave ourselves. But the one answer I got really stuck with me. It came from a student in two-way system design engineering who said that engineers were drivers of social change. Drivers of social change. At first I thought this sounded a bit weird and slightly naive. But then I really thought about it. And I thought about how the world has changed in the past few centuries. And from electricity, vehicles, mass manufacturing techniques, food production, computers, software, and the internet, so often now is the work of engineers that revolutionizes society. It's not just us that recognizes this. On the day the Copenhagen Summit began, last December, the Toronto Star published a joint editorial with 55 other newspapers from 45 countries around the globe called 14 Days to Seal History's Judgment on This Generation. In it, they state, kicking our carbon habit within a few short decades will require a feat of engineering and innovation to match anything in our history. In the entire editorial, which was published in over 20 different languages and read by over a million people around the globe, engineers were the only profession they called out to or even mentioned. They know what we can do as a collective, and they need us to step up to the plate. So we know we can drive change. What sort of challenges do we face that need to be addressed? The editorial I mentioned revolved around climate change. Dr. Singh mentioned water challenges, but there are so many more obstacles in our horizon. Every year, 50 million tons of electronic waste in the form of computers and cell phones is dumped in our landfills, filling them with toxic chemicals like lead and mercury. Much of this ends up in the developing world, where in one town, 7 out of every 10 children have too much lead in their blood because of this e-waste. By the time we are in our 40s, it is expected that the supply of conventional fuels will cease to grow, and we will begin using the last of our oil. When we were born, the global population was around 5 billion, and it's predicted that by the time most of us retire, that will have almost doubled, reaching 9 billion in 2050. And in the time I spend giving this valedictorian address, over 100 children will have passed away due to malnutrition and preventable diseases. These statistics represent just some of the great challenges that face our generation. They're probably larger and more complex than any we've ever had to deal with. And there's no way we're going to be able to overcome them without smart, passionate people. So I have one request to all of you, as a friend, a peer, and a fellow human being. I want you to leave this room today and perform a search. Not one on Google. Sadly, I don't think you're going to find what I'm asking you to look for online. I want you to identify a passion of yours, something that drives you, something that will get you up early in the mornings and keep you working late into the night, something that for you truly makes your life worth living. And I want you to tie this passion into one of these great challenges humanity faces. Whether it's directly tackling one of these challenges, doing research on an issue, taking these things into consideration when implementing a project, educating tomorrow's youth about them, or just keeping these things in mind when you're going shopping tomorrow. There are so many ways you can help. The key will be to not only identify this passion, but to find others that share your passion, and to work together to build a united front that will help humanity overcome these great obstacles. I know at this point, looking at all these difficulties we face, it can be easy to fall into despair. But for me personally, at this moment, it is not despair that I am filled with, but hope. Because here I stand, looking at over 500 of the greatest minds this generation has. And I say this with every bit of modesty I can muster, but I honestly believe that every single one of us here can do something great. We've all spent hours learning entire courses, spent nights creating masterpieces of ingenuity, done in days what it would take the majority of the world months to do. And let's be honest, so much of it was done, not because we wanted to, but because we felt we had to. Imagine what we can do when we find that passion and ignite that drive and pour that effort into something we know can make a difference, can create the change humanity needs to see. Earlier, I shared some of the responses I got to the question, what do you think engineers are? I would like to end this talk by sharing one last answer. This one I got from Kamala Yeti, the former president of the World Federation of Engineering Organizations. In today's interconnected and most complicated world, we need to confirm the raison d'etre of the engineering profession, which is to adapt science to the benefit of all humankind. So again, congratulations, class of 2010. We've done some great things to get to this point. But now let's really see what we can do. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian. I'll now invite Dean Sedra to the podium.
Good afternoon. Mr. Chancellor, before I make a few remarks to the graduating class, I'd like to note that a very important event is taking place today. The first ever cohort of nanotechnology engineering graduates will be graduating today. Our nanotechnology engineering program started in 2005, and it remains the only one of its kind in Canada and one of very few nanotechnology programs in the world. Graduates, I'd like to add my voice of congratulations to you. You have worked very hard and you achieved a great deal. Waterloo engineering students follow a very rigorous program of alternating academic terms with work terms. And the good news is that it's over. Today is your day. You are graduating. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. As you leave us today, you will join the ranks of more than 32,000 Waterloo engineering alumni who work in every corner of Canada and many countries around the globe. And these are our ambassadors. These are the people who give Waterloo engineering its good name. So as you join their ranks, I ask you to make your own mark, find a cause that's dear to your heart and champion it and make a difference, make a positive difference. In this regard, we have exemplars here on the stage with us today. We have Drs. McPhee, Carr, and Singh, who have made a huge difference. These are three engineers who have made a huge difference. Their lives and careers are an inspiration to all of us and stand as a testament to what engineers can do to transform society and to make our world a better place. On our side here at UW, we will continue to work very hard to keep Waterloo Engineering one of the best schools of engineering in the world, and in this way to also keep your degrees valuable. In conclusion, on behalf of Waterloo Engineering, I want to wish you good health, great success, and much happiness. Good afternoon.
In Gajan's inspiring address, he referred to the supporting families who have been such an important element behind the arrival of our students here and their progress through their time here to graduation. So I'd like now all the mums and dads and grannies and grandpas and aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters and spouses and friends in the audience to stand up so our graduates can applaud you and what you've done to bring them here. Northrop Frye, a great Canadian scholar of the last century, at a graduation ceremony like this said to the graduates, this is one of the 4 epic events in your life, the other 3 being your birth, your marriage, and your death. This is the only one where you were sufficiently compos mentis to understand what is going on, so enjoy it to the full. And we want to be sure that the families get a photograph of this momentous and joyous event. The best way to do that is wait in your place until your graduate has made his or her way to the left, then leave your place in the auditorium and come to my right and form a queue. And when your graduate is crossing the stage and then coming down the stage, you'll be at the front of that queue, can get that perfect shot, and then please be kind enough to return to your places so that someone else can take that place and get that perfect photo as well. We now proceed to the individual conferring of degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, I present to you graduating class of Bachelor of Applied Science in Computer Engineering. Varun Agrawal, Michael Eltworth, Michael Bileski. Dhruv Chadda, Jason Elliott Chen, Benjamin Chun M. Cheng. Kinsun Sheikh, Annie Cho, Justin Patrick Cho. Dennis Quick, Robin Dang, Yang Du. Ian Fan, Michael Fazio, Gabriel Christian Franco. Samuel Robert Grossman, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Yi Wei Charlie Han, Scott Andrew Hooker, Kristen Huntington. Sumit Kamath, Ray Kevani, Punuraj Kambanonda. Kevin Kim, David Matthew Kincaid, Marek Komor. Matthews Kopak, Alexander Lau, Kenneth Ku Ying Lee. Kei Yun Lee, Jonathan Egni Lerner, Wei Liang. Ace Ensign McCarker, James McMahon, James Melvin. Adil Mirali, Christian Mihai Molnar, Rahul Murlidhar. Puyan Najafi, Seung Jun Nam, Gauri Shankar Navratna Rajan. Donovan Palma Jr., Deepan Panchal, Stephen Michael Ramkumar. Min Woo Ru, Andrew Sadowski, Mukul Seth. Arif Shams, Sivajan Nison Sivaraja, Hugh Song. Lucas Sidrowski, John Yun Wen Tan, Abdel Meguid Tawakol. Mayurun Thanes, Kajendran Thevendra Rathan, Derek Ting. Palak Trivedi, Gordon Truong, Swerin Hoi Kin Soy. Miron Ronyesh, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Tushiathan Vasant Kumar, Ronald Hoy Kit Van, Adrian Walter Wing. Edmund Yu Kwang Wong, Jonathan Wong, Justin Michael Wong. Jeffrey Lock Tin Wu, Chun Wa Wallace Wu, Wesley Yu. Murtaza Zaidi, Martin Zolnirek. Mr. Chancellor, I present to you graduating class of Bachelor of Applied Science in Electrical Engineering. Milas Argotonovic, Vipul Agrawal, Amir Reza Amini. Thomas Chung Kinhu, Badr Badawi, Sina Basir Kazuruni. Jonathan Bennett, Vinesh Bharat, Adam Bray. Nathan Daniel Pozniak Buchanan, Gilbert C. Ming Chen, Geoffrey Chen. Suraj Chetani, Eric Chi Wei Chung, Wong Kun Choi. Jennifer Xiao Kui, Osman Kurim, Isaac DeRocher. Hesham Fahim, Mona Fahim, Naveed Ahmed Ghazi. William Timothy Gibson, Abhishek Gilra, Brendan Gomez. Andrew Hartman, Nicholas Hartman, Sean Holt. Yushi Hu, Andrew Junquin Huang, Atif Husseini. Hani Medhat, Daniel Ibrahim, Sonia Jain, Kamir Kala. Ali Kazarani, also the recipient of George Dufault Medal for Excellence in Communication. Also the recipient of the Ontario Professional Engineers Foundation for Education Gold Medal for Academic Achievement Award, and also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Manhar Raz Karyam Pundi, Muhammad Bilal Khan, Muhammad Khan. Eric Patrick Kim, Mikhail Koldercher, Sunny Ladd. Kevin Lee, David Lee, Guangzhen Lee. Zhang Zhong Li, Jonathan Fang Shun Lin, Christopher Linton. Manoj Rao Manjunath, Rahul Mittal, David Lynn Molyneux. Tisin Naidu, Hugh Nguyen, Kai Ni. Mohammad Reza Niazamand, Mikhail Thomas Nenan, Paul Nathan Nogas. Utkarsh Patel, Vishal Praveen, Jorg Kwan. Mustafiq Muhammad Qasim, Shanak Rahman, Ashok Raju. Shahazil Rana, Miadin Ranglo, Mamun Rashid. Saif Rahman, Ashton Rosa, Chandrahat Satsangi. Sana Muhammad Cham Safiq, Gurpreet Singh, Hoi Yi So. Neha Sinha, also the recipient of Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Wei Su, Ahmad Tahir, Jonathan Chun On Ting. Dustin Verhoeven, Philip Wong, Zishuan Wang. Sheikh Mohammed Waris, Nicholas Whedon, Brett Wien. Abraham Wong, Noreen Nga, Yi Wong, Osman Wong. Rodney Wong, Jiang Jun Wu, Daniel Ye. Adam Yusuf, Sean Anhil Zafar, Dongni Zhang. Yi Heng Zhang.
Mr. Chancellor, I present to you the first graduating class for the Bachelor of Applied Science in Nanotechnology Engineering. Nathan Beliveau, Yusuf Bismillah, Michael John Burek, Diana Chan, Johanna Chan, Kevin Chan, Michelle Yuan-Ting Chan, Mickey Chan, Sarah Puyu Che, Su Chen, Annie Tse Cheng, Derek Ching, Jason Tsilok Chow, Samantha Karen Danan, Christopher Jefferson Duick, Ryan Denom, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Philippe Dupuis Hamel, Jamie Durham, Jonathan Lawrence Etiu Eubank, Andrew Christopher Finkel, Ann Gaspar, Mitchell Hargreaves, Carmen Singh Goraya. Also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Ernest Chan Hei Ho, Jasper Huang, Brian Hui, Alexander Inaye, Ryan Yutzi, Chahat Kansal, William Kwan, Albert Lam, Dong-An Lee, Jeffrey Lee, Peter Lee, Brandon Lehu, Benjamin Lectovara, Thomas Lever, Shengyan Liu, Matthew Lunn, Ravish Malhotra, Theodros Mamo, Mohammed Faisal Mia, James Mrashek, Michael Merkovich, Vanessa Wing Quan Yun, Paul Son Ong, Om Patan, Oliver Ho Fai Poon, Bogdan Radu, Daniel Russo, Shehan Salgado, Rajesh Kumar Swaminathan, Aaron Hong Ching Tang, Anthony George Tulai, Sarvesh Varma, Goran Vlasic, Graham Williams, Also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Gordon Bud White, Yu Ning Wong.
Mr. Chancellor, I'd like to introduce to you the graduates in the Bachelor of Applied Science in Systems Design Engineering. Gary Christopher Abbott, Sayed Alborz Emir Khalili, Lyndon Jacqueline Barton, Christopher Best, Ryan James Case, Bernice Chan. Matthew Chan, Michael Wei Hang Chan, Tianyang Chang. X Xiang Chen, Arthur Carroll Chow, Ashley Chung Seng Yi. Patricia Enns, Mohammed Fareed, Leo Fisher. Devin Bruce Galloway, Vicus Galal, Joanna Marie Hamley. Catherine Hay, also the recipient of the John Fisher Award for Leadership. Jamie Hyun, Govinjit Singh Johar, Michael King Ho Leung. Terry Hoi Yi Leung, Sharon Jayaraj Lurdaraj, Philip James McClellan. Marie Andre Menard, Ashwar Mathuraman, Kelvin King Pong Ying. Nathan Ng, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Garthy Pan Rasaratham, Tyler Jeremy Ray, Jesse Ross Jones. Gajan Sathanathan, Dion Patricia Schmidt, Matthew Stewart. Yi Tang, Simon Singho Sang, Simon Whitmell. Jimmy Zhu, Matthew Zulak. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the graduates of the degree Bachelor of Software Engineering. Andra Marie Adams, Ashke Balakrishnan, Alexandra Brukanova. Bradley Bushell, Sean Carroll, Pauline Chow. Jinmu Cho, Andre Dijanova, Sean Dykeman. Stephen Edwards, Devin Matthew Follick, Mark Stephen Fields. Roberto Franzioso, Charles Frantowski, Max Franz. Prabdeep Gill, Robert Hicks, Christopher Kahn. Tariq Alamgir Kandakar, Shinji Kim, Nathan Kwan. Jason Laundrie, Eric C. Chai Lau, Kwok Wu Lau. Michael Lee, Carson Lee, Karen Liu. Lou Liu, Anton Laparev, Ian Christopher McCow. Francis Mendiola, Stephen Metzer, Eric Miranda. Catherine Helen Mittelholtz, Emmanuel Adrian Mokanu, Sean Oxkowski. Alexandru Ovasi, John Huck Park, Marcus Pridham. Maribel Romo Savornan, Ju Hao Chow, Paul Sung Kyu Shin. Raymond Ho Hin Tong, David Tersigny, Kun Chi Wong. Ryan Thomas Wilkinson, also the recipient of the Stanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence and the recipient of the Stanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Co-op Work Term Proficiency. Benjamin Willard, Daniel Wong, Matthew Craig Woodley. Cheng Zhang. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you those graduates who have completed the degree requirements for Master of Applied Science. Khadij Hussein Aboud, Walid Al-Azmari, Majid Al-Tamimi. Reza Azad Dali, Hassan Borawi, Mohammed Al-Dib. Jesse Yang Magar, Nazar Mazari, Arijat Mukherjee. Akaresh Nair, Athena Pervizian, Hamid Reza Rabar. Fatima Razai, Rup Kanwai Samra, Farzan Sazan Gohar. Kun Shi, Michael John Tribeau, Ahmed Wasfai. Jeffrey Zarnett. Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you those graduates who have completed the requirements for Master of Engineering. Nimrit Kaur Bangu, Mohammed Bilal, Susan Gail Kreber. Yan Hu Fu, Naranjan Kumar Goklani, Ruchi Jarakara. Aaron Kent Johnson, Yan Lee, Xingjian Lu. Shakil Mahmood, Ming Trung Nguyen, Rohan Pereira. Chuang Ki Kwat, Satpur Singh, Hani Kadim Taki. Hemem Alini Mendech Alam, Dong Yao, Jin O Zhao. Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you those graduates who have completed the degree requirement for Doctor of Philosophy. Yasser Mustafa Atwa, Hemant Kumar Suresh Bhai Bharat, Madi Farouk Baroui, Khadija Bayat, also the recipient for Outstanding Achievement in Graduate Studies in a doctoral program. Lin Kai. Ho Ting Chen. John Michael Daly. Zinzin Fan. Amir Hussain Haji Miraja. Also the recipient of the Exceptional Teaching by a Student Award. Danielle Iaboni. Amir Ali Khatib Zada. Mohammed Nishat. Walid Atif Amran. Maziar Salhi. Pak Chung Patrick Sui. Julie Raquel Vale. Mario Ben Tresca. Chandrika Prakash Vazarani. Zheng Hai Wu. Zi Zong Yan. Leila Yosefi. Mr. Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but who were unable to present at today's convocation.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to our newest graduates. The Graduate Studies Office, in collaboration with the Graduate Student Association, established the Award of Excellence in Graduate Supervision to recognize faculty members who have demonstrated outstanding commitment and success in the supervision of their graduate students. Graduate student supervision has many dimensions, including being a mentor, advisor, collaborator, strategist, sponsor, supporter, and sometimes a lifelong friend. The relationship between graduate student and supervisor is complex. An effective graduate supervision requires dedication and commitment to all aspects of the welfare and success of the student. Professor Mohammed Kamel is an excellent role model and mentor having supervised more than 80 graduate students, 7 of which are currently registered in engineering graduate programs. All students talk about his international reputation, his passion for teaching, and his patience and support for graduate students. They talk about his enthusiasm for research topics, which in turn carried them through the graduation. His students also discussed his availability and long, insightful discussions with them on research and technical publications. Most of his former students currently occupy prominent positions in industry and academia. He maintains strong relationship with them and actively collaborates with a number of them through research grants and industrial contracts. Professor Kemal has had a Tier 1 Canada Research Chair from 2001 to 2008 and a University Research Chair in Cooperative Intelligence Systems from 2008 to the present. In 2008, he became an International Association of Pattern Recognition Fellow. In 2007, he became a Canadian Academy of Engineering Fellow and an Engineering Institute of Canada Fellow. And in 2005, he became a Fellow of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of the guidance and inspiration that he has provided to his graduate students, I ask you to present Muhammad Kamal the Award of Excellence in Graduate Supervision in absentia.
We present 3 Governor General Silver Medals for academic merit for the highest standing in the bachelor's program in the university in our convocation ceremonies this week. We present one now. Mr. Chancellor, I request that you present the Governor General Silver Medal for 2010 to Ali Kazarani. These convocation ceremonies are a work of art, and Ken Levine, our registrar, and his terrific colleagues work very hard to bring together a seamless production that we can all enjoy and achieves the objective of graduating our students with the appropriate aplomb. So let me ask that you, Ken, that you stand on behalf of your colleagues and let us express our appreciation to him now. As we come to the close of these proceedings, let me say to our graduates that above the gates of my first university, there is a sign which translated from the Latin reads, "A part of you remains with me, a part of me remains with you." You have an organic relationship with this blessed university. You are now its stewards. And as stewards, we expect that you will be constructive and wise critics of the institution, that you'll find those co-op jobs, which is the lifeblood of this institution, so that ones who come after will be able to develop those work experiences that are so important, that you will give back each year financially within your means to ensure that this is a place that's even better for those who follow you, and above all, that you carry your Waterloo diploma with great pride. And bear in mind that this is a public institution supported by the taxpayers of this country. This country has, I think, been more successful than any society in history in establishing both equality of opportunity and excellence too, and seeing those not as competing but complementary objectives, and our public education system is a manifestation of that. So as you leave these doors and when you see Mr. or Mrs. Everyone on the street, in your hearts thank them for their contribution to your education, and pay them back by ensuring that you vote in every election, municipal, provincial, and federal, so that your wisdom will be there for the public choices that we make in the years to come. Graduates and their guests are invited to attend informal receptions hosted by their faculty in the Great Hall of the Student Life Center, which is located just beside this building. Thank you.